from GCBC, and this is another one of our admin reviews. We have the Fellow Stagg X Pour Over Dripper. It comes with 10 filters. Fellow was kind enough to give me a whole package of more filters, and it did not come with the, well, for me it did not come with the carafe. Looks like it has a fish in it in this one, but I don't think that's accurate. But you should definitely get the carafe, and I'll explain why later. But for today I'm going to review this. It comes in 3 pieces. It has a funnel, it has the actual brew basket, and it has this drip tray, also measuring coffee device. I've been using this for about a week. I do like it. I checked on the prices. It's on the higher end for a pour over brewer, but it has some neat features that explain the price. However, I feel there is some strong competition at lower price points. So I'll let you make your own decision, but I'll tell you some of the key benefits of this here very shortly. So the Fellow brewer comes with a little drip tray here, but it also has a couple markings on it. It's hard to see here, but there's a dot on the low end and 2 dots on the high end, and so you don't actually have to be able to weigh your grounds. You can actually go by more visual cues, which is nice. I like that feature. It gives a kind of a dual purpose for the drip tray. For instance, my Tiamo Kalita Wave copy has a drip tray as well, but there's no way to measure grounds other than guessing. I mean, I guess you could kind of find which ridge it measures up to and use that, but there's no clear indicator why. So if you were without a scale, you would be guessing unless you've previously seen where it measures. So it gives a great secondary benefit for this drip tray. Very ingenious. It does have a silicone gasket right here. It comes off. It has 10 holes, and you can't see it, but it's really thick double wall. It has I think it's got air pressure in there as well, kind of like the Contigo cups or the hydro flasks. It's going to insulate that brew chamber very well. How much of that is necessary, I'm not too sure, but it's a good idea. I think anytime you can insulate any part of the brewing process, it's probably better than not. It does come with this funnel as well. Because of the steepness of this brew chamber, you do need a funnel in order to get the coffee in there. Otherwise you will kind of get it all over the place. So I think this is a pretty good solution. The drawback would be that although it fits together nice, it's still kind of like rattly. It doesn't really like snap together very well. Even this gasket wasn't for a long time kind of getting in the way. It took me a while to kind of pull it off and then see how it can fit in there a little bit better. The other issue is that it has specific filters. Good thing they're white. I like the white filters, as you guys have heard from my other videos. They impart less, if any at all, filter taste to the coffee. However, this is another one of those special filters. One of the biggest critiques for the Kalita Wave Tiamo is that they have their own special filters, which are expensive, and these ones are brown, which I hate anyways, so now I have to find white ones, which is going to cost me more money. Whereas if you have, say, a Hario, you can get a fairly common, cheap Hario filter. If you have the Freiling Gold 1-cupper, it has its own filter. You don't have to worry about the filter. If you get the OXO, it takes a filter number 2, very common filter, very cheap. This is also somewhat insulated. And if you get just a cheap dollar store, or I got this at a Japanese market, I think for $1.50. Again, it'll take a number 2 filter. So something to be said about filters and future kind of costs, and this will definitely keep you buying specific filters for this, which could be a problem in the future. So that's something that you always take into consideration when you're purchasing your brew system. So I got my Stagg kettle, proper temperature. I have the Stagg X brewer, and I have a coffee mug that will fit this. That's one of my concerns about not having the carafe, is that it doesn't actually fit a lot of my coffee mugs. It actually fits inside of them. So this is one of my favorite mugs anyways, which is nice. If you have a Contigo or a Hydro Flask, it'll fit, but it won't fit, say, a bigger wide mouth mug. That's kind of a bummer. Some of these have a little bit bigger of a plate to fit some of the bigger mugs. This one does. I think even, yeah, pretty significantly small. So you're gonna have some issues fitting it on mugs unless you have their special carafe, which I recommend you get if you're gonna get this system, because it's built for it, and it's insulated, and you can see the brew process. With this, you can't really see the brew process. So I'm going to use this for now. I'm going to go ahead and pre-wet my filter now that my water's at their proper temperature. And again, for the white filters, it's not as critical to pre-wet them just to remove flavor. However, it does do a great job, especially with this insulated brew basket, to kind of get everything up to temperature. So we go ahead and let it come on down and get everything warmed up, then we'll dump the water and go. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and grind. I've set mine up to 16 grams, which is what it recommends for 8 ounces, which is about what this cup is. The ultra loud Baratza 270W. If you know, I don't think it's that loud, but it does have that criticism. So this is where you need the funnel. Even with this pour spout, it would actually spread out past this. So I'm going to put the funnel in right in the middle of it, if I can. Got it all wet. And you pour it in there, and it makes it a much cleaner process, which is nice. Again, I think this is a good idea. However, I wish they had some sort of like nice little snapping or something that it fit into to where it held it in place when you're not using it. Okay, so now we're just going to pre-wet the grounds. Put a little bit in just to get the grounds wet. Let's get it out there. Count to 30 slowly. I usually rush this, but count to 30. Again, I can't say enough how much I like this Stagg kettle. It's very balanced. I haven't run into any of the issues where the handle's melting, even though I've been using it a lot more than the top critics, so I'm assuming they just didn't know how high their flame was going. So now we're going to start. You start from the middle, and then in circular motions, go outwards. Really want to control the flow. We want to pour about 8 ounces of water through there. I use a lot of more visual cues than some people. A lot of people like scales and such, but I just keep an eye on things and make sure that it's not overflowing, it's not flowing too fast or too slow. This brewer does a nice job of really flowing coffee through. The steep angles on the sides along with the 10 holes helps. I feel like there's some of the brewers are a little faster or a little slower, but I know that the people at Fellow have put a lot of effort and thought into trying to make the flow right on this ideal. So just circular motions, try to keep it right where it needs to be with all the coffee grounds suspended. Don't let it go too low, too high. Get a real feel for how long this process takes. Again, if this is your morning ritual, it might get old pretty quick. You might want to try to get into something a little more automatic. But if you have the time and you really want a good cup of coffee, this is the way to go. We're talking about that. The OXO brewer, if you remember correctly, has its own water tank. I gotta clean this thing, it's dirty. But it has its own water tank, which you just fill up and then it disperses. Fellow makes a similar product, I think, called the Duo brewer, where you fill it up and then immerse the brew and then release the water. They offered to have me try that out too, so I'm gonna contact them and see if I can't get my hands on that as well. That might be a fun brewer to test. Okay, we're all done brewing. My son Noah wants to get in on some of the action. So here's yours, Noah. Here's mine. Cheers. This is This is a Maragaya from Green Coffee Buying Club. Dry processed Ethiopian. Amazing. You should get some amazing flavors out of this. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, make sure you blow a little bit and take a little small sip, okay?
Amazing.
Amazing.